How you doing, Gemini? So, I already laid the cards out. I'm going to do this for a little while, see if there's an improvement instead of doing the shuffle on camera. Because I'm trying to shorten my readings. Excuse me. So, first card out, Nine of Wands. Now, the Knight of Wands is someone who rushes into action. They are dynamic. They are high energy. You know, this is going towards something or away from something. Actually, it's going towards something. It's going towards something with courage and vigor and enthusiasm. They can be seen as quite passionate and also like someone who, in relationship wise, they can be kind of fleeting. Like they would be coming in quick and they would leave just as quickly. But I think you are kind of trying to go towards a certain direction, but you're keeping this in silence. You are not speaking about this. You are going towards something quietly. The High Priestess could have Pisces within their chart or somebody you're dealing with. The High Priestess knows much. She speaks. She sees, but she doesn't speak. She has in-depth knowledge about spiritual beings, the occult practices, rituals. It feels like you want to go towards a Pisces, or you have plans to go towards a Pisces or something within the spiritual realm, and you're being quiet about it. Maybe you want to go towards a Pisces and they are not speaking to you, or you're not currently speaking right now. Maybe that's the thing that's stopping this person from going towards you completely, because they don't really know what to expect. And even though they want to go towards you, or you want to go towards somebody, like it's kind of like keeping that to yourself. The foundation, the causes of your situation, your physical, emotional needs, plus your subconscious desires is the Six of Pentacles. You want to give to somebody now. And you want to be giving towards this situation, but you feel like there's a lack of communication, or somebody around you feels that way. And because maybe in the past you said you wanted to give to this situation, or in the past, like somebody around you said that they wanted to give towards the situation, or at least if they didn't say it, they gave you the impression of that. But with the Six of Pentacles, sometimes it could be seen as not only charitable, but also giving to get. It's like giving with intention or expectation behind it. And it's for like to receive something in return. You're giving something to receive something in return. I'm not sure which, but now in the past, Six of Wands, in the past, somebody wanted to be seen as victorious. They wanted to be seen as the victor, somebody who is strong, who doesn't need anybody, who is brave, courageous, and who wins. Sometimes this could be seen as someone who is egotistical, who always wants to be seen as the winner and kind of sets things up in order for them to continually win. It can be somebody who is unrelenting and uncompromising, though, as well. Now, your goals, your conscious awareness, the best that can be accomplished at present is the Nine of Cups. Your goals is to hold back from the situation. If somebody wants to come towards you, you want to hold back because you felt like you dealt with this person before. They came into your life. You were giving of your time at one point, but they didn't seem too receptive. They seemed like they wanted to win, play games, be victorious. And so it feels like you're not really into that whole kind of attitude that this person gave, or, you know, projected when you wanted to, when you did decide to give to them at that point. You felt like you got to know them enough that it made you think it's not really a good idea to go towards them. Your future, what is just before you, the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups, as in knights, with all the knights, they're good for, you know, yeah, they're good for a good time, but not a long time. Although the Knight of Cups, they're the most, like, sweetest and, you know, authentic in a way. Actually, that would be the Pentacles, but they're the sweetest. You know, it's somebody who is kind of like sweet, wants to offer a gesture of hello, how are you? You know, a beginning of something, get to know something, or sorry, let's be friends. You know, it's something that is like a beginning of a potential, and it's good for a beginning of a relationship, because, you know, you want to just get to know somebody and give each other time to, like, see if you really like each other and your values kind of like match up a little. And, you know, it's okay for a beginning of a relationship for someone to enter into your life as a knight status. But it's a whole nother thing if somebody ghosted you or kind of like disappeared out of your life and, you know, comes in and out of your life fleeting with not much really to offer, right? Now, how you see yourself, Page of Pentacles. You are thinking rather deeply about giving an offer, and if you should. The Page of Pentacles, knights are kind of movement, and pages are messengers. You want to give a message about an offer, but you're unsure, and you're still thinking about it, because perhaps you've reached out before, or this person reached out to you, and they were unable to get through. And now you're rethinking the entire thing, and that you possibly, you might have blocked them, you know, blocked this person, but you are being a lot more careful with who and what you invest your time in. Perhaps there's a need to be more careful in who and what you invest your time in. And, you know, with the Page of Pentacles, with all the Pentacle families, I would say they're the most reliable, because they really think about any kind of offers that they give. They make sure that whatever offer that they give is a good offer, you know, because, you know, the Pentacles are grounded. You know, they don't let a lot of emotion get in the way of, you know, their logic and critical thinking, because they make sure with whatever situation that they go towards, it's going to be a good one, or at least reciprocal for them. And that's why they think so carefully. And that's why when they give the offer, out of all of the families, the Pentacles are the most reliable, and that's why they take so long. But there's something about a hesitancy about who you want to give your offers to. You can be contemplating about financial situations, like worried about financial situations. But Gemini, you want to kind of give an offer, but you are in deep contemplation and considering this offer because of past experiences. And it feels like it's toward this person. How they see you, 6 of Swords, that you're leaving, that you're moving away from the conflicts. Perhaps this situation had a lot of high conflict, a lot of arguments, a lot of power struggles. Whoever you're dealing with, or, you know, I feel like there was a huge power struggle between the two. I feel like whoever you're dealing with was kind of egotistical. They always wanted to win. You know, they can be somebody in like somebody who has a position of authority as a King of Wands. Maybe they're in the government sector, you know, a soldier, a cop, you know, maybe even creative fields, but I would think it's around that. Now, the King of Wands, they're like a warrior, you know. They're physical beings, and they use their strength and, you know, their planning skills in order to get the outcome that they want. They can be kind of seen as kind of manipulative and someone who is kind of self-serving. Because here, whatever energy that you're involved with, they want to make sure that they stay on top with whatever situation that they're in. And there's very little compromise when it comes to working with this person, because it's like this person always feels that they're right. Because they have a large ego, and when you have a large ego, it's hard to like actually see like your own fault in things. It's always everybody else, and everybody else should just do what I tell them to, regardless if it's the right way or not. You know, they're not receptive towards any other way, because what they say that goes. You see, this is kind of a smug person, you know, with their hands on their hip, you know, as in like, oh, I know what's going on, you know. They want to come and give to you, and perhaps they did, but in the past, I feel like that they held back a lot. There were all this power games, and they were playing mind games even, because they wanted to be seen as the victor. They wanted to win, and they wanted to feel wanted or needed. And you were going into this situation being really giving and wanting to have kind of a reciprocal situation, and this person just kind of held back. You could be going towards like a job opportunity or situation, something within the healing fields, medical, psychological, healing, you know, holistic, service industry, but it's something in service. And generally, you're a pretty giving spirit, but it seems like with this kind of personality that you're dealing with, they seem like they want to make a point that they're on top, that they're in charge, and they could be a boss in whatever work that they go towards. And perhaps that kind of like general attitude, it carries on in the home as well. And that's why you are deeply considering even dealing with this person again, if there was some kind of separation. And there, I feel like there is, because this person like, or there will be in the future, because this person feels like that they should try to offer you something now. And perhaps in the future that they will, because they feel like you're leaving the situation, that you're moving away from a high conflict situation, because anytime you dealt with this person, it felt like a constant battle. It was, everything was a fight, everything was a battle. And it's like, because this person has like a lot of control issues. And every time that somebody didn't agree with what they said, they felt like they had to exert their dominance. And it became a huge fight issues. And this is where the power struggle began. And if it's a relationship, it was always fighting, always high conflict, you know. And no matter what relationship it could be like a father, a mother, a spouse, a boss even. But it's someone who likes to assert their authority, and kind of like maybe even a little abuse of power as well. I guess because this person seems to be in charge with whatever sector that they were in, and they kind of feel like there's a lack of separation within that. So they kind of treat everybody like their employees. And you're kind of sick of it. You know, the Six of Swords depicts like movement, moving away from an unwinnable situation. It's winning the battle, winning the war, but not fighting the battle. And, it's like you're taking everything and accept all of the possibly angst and the baggage of like, the ill feelings and all of that along with you. Because it seems like you're quite resentful of this situation. Like all of this power plays and all of this power struggles, like it just became too much. And you became deeply resentful of this person just to even be around this person, because this person is quite unyielding. And now you want to be just as unyielding because you feel like that this situation doesn't give you much. Because there's no compromise. It's just whatever this person says, go. And, you don't like to be treated like a child, like you want to be treated with mutual respect. And, this person tends to talk down to people. This person's kind of condescending and a little bit rude, and they make you feel like you're less than. And Gemini, I know you don't appreciate that because, you're hella smart. You're deeply intellectual and you have like valuable information, but no matter what kind of valuable information that you have, this person is just like resistant to hearing it. Because it's like everything that I say goes, I'm always right, this kind of situation. And it's kind of like you got sick of it. Now, your hopes and fears of of attaining the goal, your hopes and fears of attaining the goal, the lesson to be learned, blocking your development. Your hopes and fears of attaining the goal is the moon. You could be doing some moon magic, full moon rituals, or new moon rituals. Trying to do some moon manifestations. You have a particular dream in mind, something that you want to go towards. And something that you're making your way to go towards. Like you are kind of pouring yourself into something that is more emotionally fulfilling for you, someone that doesn't treat you like an employee. And if this is a spouse or like a parent and you're a grown person, I could see how that could be like quite discouraging, and I could see how you could get resentful. Your fears is that you don't know what to expect. You have a dream in particular that you want to go towards, maybe something that you fantasized about when you were younger, something that you want to actually pour your energy in, because it's like a route that would bring you some kind of fulfillment, but you fear that it won't be enough to sustain you. And perhaps being with this person, it was like so dominating that you feel like your self-confidence was a little shot. Because if you spent years around somebody who treats you like a peon, or like somebody who just kind of like is there as like you're there as their supporting service, it can like reduce your overall self-esteem and your own perspective of yourself. And perhaps your self-confidence did take a hit because of this, because being around somebody like this, the way that they dominate, they'll use anything to get their way, whether it's bullying, whether it's talking down to you, whether it's like, manipulation, using things that they can, anything to kind of get their way because they feel that they're always right. And you want to move away from this, and you do, because you have dreams for something better, more fulfilling, and something that actually considers you. And if they don't consider you, then you feel like it's time to consider yourself. The outcome, what you will gain from this experience, the reward, the quality or tool that will help you achieve a breakthrough. 7 of Swords, moving away. You're gonna move away from this. You have plans for something, but you're not speaking about it. Whether it is if you're leaving a job and this is like a domineering, like really abusive kind of boss, like you're already are making plans to find a new job, and you're already like putting your resume in, possibly even waiting for a position to open up. Or maybe you have something like a career move or a career direction that you want to go towards, or even just to move away to like gain your autonomy and independence from this person. And you're doing this in quiet, in silence and in secret. Because like you want to set everything up before you go ahead and make the jump to move. So that way you'll have less resistance, because it's like if this person knew what you were doing, that they would put a damper on all of your plans somehow, or they would find a way to punish you. So that's why you're doing this in secret. Because it seems like this person kind of like was able to manipulate you in the past, and you don't want to be manipulated into staying in a situation any longer than you already have. And it seems like you've dealt a long time with this situation. 7 of Wands, on your side, you're standing up for your beliefs. You are speaking your mind. You want to be standing up for yourself. You don't want to be under somebody's thumb anymore. And, you know, you want to be in the position where you could stand up for yourself and get your own self-confidence back, and, you know, have your thoughts and your words actually reflect for your highest good, and not just this person. Because this person is still selfish. This person wants what they want. They tend to like manipulate you to get what you want, no matter what means, money, financial, mind games. And that's why you're making plans to leave. So by the time that you do leave, you're already set up. So you don't have to like, you know, be at this person's mercy. And by the time you tell them, you're already gone. You know, your apartment is ready. You know, you're ready. You already have the keys to your new place, or you're ready to start. You know, the exact 2 weeks that you're going to give your 2 weeks in, I'm not sure, but you're definitely planning something in particular, whether it's a new job, a new career path, or just leaving a really domineering spouse or parent or situation, or even business partnership. Like you're sick of it. You're sick of it. You're making plans to leave, and you're doing this in quiet, and you are resentful because this person did abuse their power a lot, and now you're kind of you're gaining your freedom. It kind of reminds me of that movie Sleeping with the Enemy. I know, with Julia Roberts and, you know, her abusive husband, and like, you know, she pretended that she couldn't swim, and then that way she got swimming lessons, and then her husband and her went out on the boat, and she went overboard and pretended that she was dead to get away from him, and she had her whole life set up. That's kind of like what I'm seeing here. And, you know, it doesn't have to stick with gender. It can be male or female. But this person, no matter what, because it's just energy, it's not like gender, but this person, like, they don't know how to have a reciprocal relationship. And it's like it's just their way of being, you know? And I think it'll be possibly never that they'll have that kind of communicative, reciprocal relationship, because, like, it's something that is a part of their character. It's kind of who they are. And you've been around this person long enough to know that there hasn't been any kind of change. And that's why you're ready to move forward and move away from this person, you know? Now, you're no longer going towards this person. This person acts like they're no longer going towards you, because I feel like they feel like they have some kind of power over you, or upper hand. If they are the main breadwinner, if they do sign your checks, if they do, you know, if like they have this kind of power over you to make them feel like that they can, that you're not in the position to fight. And that's what actually makes them feel as strong and smug as the way that they are. because they feel like, oh, you're in that position now, you depend on me in some kind of way. And I don't know exactly what, if you have a parent who you need childcare to watch your kids, if if your husband is the main breadwinner, I don't know, or your husband or wife, but they feel like there's a lack of compromise because they don't feel like they need to, because they have this kind of power over you. Now, you're making moves, but you're doing this in silence. You're listening to your intuition. Look at this. What is this? And you're getting ready to make a move. You're done being the supportive energy, or, for this person, or the silent cheerleader that, you're just there as their support system, and that's it, and they don't have to consider you. This is kind of like a workaholic too. This is somebody who kind of avoids their life and their relationship and works constantly all the time as a way of avoidance, to avoid relationships or situation or their life. And as I read, it's like that workaholism, it can be a symptom of anxiety, generalized anxiety, or trauma. And they pour themselves all into one aspect of work because it's a way for them to not think or to run away from their thoughts. And, as a result, this person is gone and works all the time, and they justify it with being like, well, I'm the breadwinner, oh, I do this and I do that, oh, I'm the parent, or, they have justifications to always be dominating because of it, and they don't stick around to even have a conversation about it, because they will use being at work or doing something else for you as an excuse to make all of your decisions. And even though you were there as a supporting role, it's like you never felt the same kind of support from them. I feel like they're going to come back and give you some kind of offer, or somebody on the outside might want to give an offer towards you. But the thing is, I don't think, this person thinks that you don't really want to put the work in and you want to leave. And I feel like you do. They are receptive enough to see that you're unhappy and you don't want to be there anymore. And that's probably why that they want to come back and give you some kind of offer or some kind of support now. But I don't think much has changed, because they're still coming up as King of Wands and Knight of Cups. This control aspect, is still there, and it's a part of their character. And, whenever you thought things would improve, it doesn't take long for them to revert back to trying to dominate everyone and everything around them, whether it's being passive aggressiveness or aggressive avoidance with constantly working, or, but it felt aggressive towards you, but it was a way to avoid issues and responsibility. And those people, if you ever fight and this person just gets up and leaves because they don't want to deal with it or fight, it's also another way of manipulation, to not have to address or compromise with anything by saying your piece, and staying under the expectations that they have the authority to say what goes. And you don't want to put any work towards this. Maybe that's why they feel forced to give you some kind of offer. But whatever offer that they want to give you, it doesn't seem like it will make any lasting change. And I think you know this, and that's why you're doing this in secret, because you don't want them to come around and confuse you and kind of mindfuck you, In the future, and within it, there will be some divine intervention that comes in, a happy accident, something that is going to come in for you that will be beneficial in some kind, or at least like a strange coincidence or occurrence that will bring you into something, some kind of information that will give you some kind of upper hand to the situation. Maybe some kind of evidence will turn up. If you're getting away from a spouse, you feel like you found some kind of information by like a happy accident, whether it's like a text message from like somebody else that they're dealing with, or, you know, if it's like maybe a resident manager or a boss that they're doing something sneaky. Or like a spouse or a dominating parent. I feel like something will be uncovered. And it will give you kind of the upper hand. And, you know, it's meant as in like the universe kind of giving you some kind of support in a way that you could gain something from it. Like, let's say if this is a cheating spouse, then, you know, you find evidence of, you know, their mistress. Or if it's their job and they're embezzling or something, that you're going to find some kind of evidence, or somebody will, and there will be checks and balances towards this. And I feel like something will be set right. Really think about how you're dealing with this person, or if you should, or if they come around trying to give you an offer. Because now they're contemplating and everything, but, you know, and about how they showed up and everything. But I don't think contemplation would be enough to change their character, because they have a need to try to control things. It's a power dynamic, and it's also as a result of this person's anxiety that they have to feel that they're in control in order to ease their own anxiety, and also that the control comes from their anxiety. And that also could be the workaholism, or the non-relenting and needing to control every situation and always needing to win. Because whenever they feel that they don't win, it takes a huge hit on their ego and they feel less than. So in order for them to always feel on top, someone else needs to be giving in to them. So really think about this person, but I think you already did. That's why you're moving away in secret, because you don't want, and you're making plans in secret, because you don't want them to come around and try to confuse you, because it seems like you're pretty steady in your path and where you want to go. And this is away from this person, you know. But that's what I got for you, Gemini. You know, let me know if you like the shuffling more. I guess I'll try this out for a little while and see how that works out. But feel free to like, share, subscribe, comment below if you like this reading and it resonates. It really helps the algorithm and gets the word out about the channel. Feel free to donate to the channel. I'll leave the donation box below. If you're able to do so, it would be appreciated. If not, I still love you lots, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.